Alrighty. So yesterday, my wife helped me get started designing Twig, redesigning Twig, and I think it's looking great. So I want to record the process of rebuilding it entirely because it's been 2 years since I updated it, and it's due for a lot of changes. So she helped me work through a lot of this and deciding what it should look like on the home page, down through all some of these detail pages. But the big thing I have to design right now is um, is the onboarding process. So I don't know how much I'm going to talk here. I might not talk at all, but I thought it'd be fun to stream, at least to document the process of building this time. So let's see here. Alrighty. Tweeted that out just to see if anyone wants to join. Who knows? It's 8 a.m. here. Alrighty. Probably worth revisiting what we decided on yesterday. So basically, right now, Twig looks very different. I have a design file over here. Let me pull that in. Right now, Twig only looks one way. You've got this. I guess I feel torn about this blue. It's kind of soft, but also really blue and bright at the same time. But no matter if you're on dark mode, light mode, whatever your color preferences might be, this is how Twig looks. This is your list. Some layers are messed up here. I'm not going to even bother, but got your list, and all the colors are pretty much the same throughout. We've got this dark color, these light colors. Generally, what your settings page looks like, I've got this pink accent color. And the point of all this was that it would look cute, and I think it accomplishes that. But you can't customize anything, and it just looks outdated now. I was following Google's material design at the time, which was a couple years ago or over 2 years ago. But this is what we're working with now. So, very similar in general. We've got still this big image right now that opens up the actual journal entry. I also get this countdown timer. A lot of people have been asking for that. It's something that day one, basically, someone asked for. I never added it. And then something that I just wanted to add for a while is love notes. So, not necessarily a journal entry, but something to just a message to pin to the homepage. And the idea right now is that this, at least, and this are going to be shared between everyone in the journal. Because, this is a shared journal. And I was torn about whether or not to do themes. So I think I'm going to commit right now to it, even though I haven't even started developing it right. But I basically had made this one gradient, and my wife was like, oh my goodness, that looks really cute. I would want to have that theme. So I was like, all right, I guess it's worth it to put in themes. So we worked on a dark mode for that one. And then she brought up the fact that some people might want it to look like Twig does now. So we worked on figuring out a way to add a theme, this gradient right here, that still harkens back to what Twig looks like today. And then a dark mode, which is very blue, but if people are on dark mode, then hopefully they're okay with it. And I think it's going to be easy to let someone override if they want it to be light or dark looking. So you'll be able to customize entirely what it looks like. I'll go ahead and continue the tour, I guess. This is fun to review. So the photo album is what comes up after you click your photo here. That's basically all of the memories, all the memories between, sorry, all the photos between all the memories that you have inside of Twig. And then you can pin which one you want to show up on that homepage. And then, of course, it turns into a photo browser. You just swipe through, see all your photos. That's one thing I realized I didn't design yet, is actually showing a highlighted state. Now, I know maybe it should be in the middle. I don't think it matters too much which one we show highlighted, but I didn't actually, let's see. The border needs to be the accent color. So this is default dark. Let's go accent. What's the accent color for default dark? I haven't saved it yet. I think it might be the same color as all this. This right here is the color. Oh, I call it twig dark. It's the same thing as default dark. I'm gonna still add it and call it. It's okay if some have the same values, but just for when I'm actually working on this. So this, oh, I made it clear instead of giving it no fill. Okay. And we'll go try 6. And then we're going to give it the accent color of default dark. Bring it up to the top. Where? Oh, I've still got it showing as. There we go. Something like that. Okay. Maybe we should go on the outside. I don't know what the Photos app does right now. Let's see that. What does the Photos app? That might look better, but it's kind of wide now. Something like that. Now, I'm not the best at Sketch. I feel like there should be an easy way to spread out all these. I might want to do that before. I think that's clear enough, though, that you have that one selected. You can see it at a glance from here. That's the great thing about SwiftUI, is actually working on this and flipping back and forth between all the options will be basically trivial. And then this one needs to be the accent color for the light version. Accent default light. Oh, is that really what I want? That's very Yeah, I'm trying to keep this simple and act like a designer. I'm not an actual designer, but the accent color is this big header, and well, this icon doesn't have a use anymore, but and the same color as this footer here, the icons in the tab bar. And so using the same one here, I think I'll leave it for now because it's supposed to be obvious, but it's just dark compared to the dark version. All right. Oh yeah, I didn't finish talking about the feature, but when you're looking at each and every photo, you can choose to pin the one you're looking at, or you can go look at the original memory, the entry, journal entry. Alrighty. And then the actual memories page, this middle tab bar, is the big list of everything you have. It shows who added to it. Both of you in the journal can write on it. And then the little emoji selector. And that's what it looks like. And then also some examples of what it'll look like with the tab bar and in the different themes. I really did not think I would like the crazy gradient, but I think it's fun. And then when you actually click on a memory, this is what it'll look like. Once it's done, you have all your photos, the carousel going to the right, title, date, emoji selector. So, yeah, that's everything right there. And then I have the different states for if you have nothing written or if you have one image, multiple images. But the real thing to work on is the onboarding process. If you're creating the journal, my wife had a great point about this. I was exploring a completely different way to do onboarding based on the homepage and letting people fill in the blanks basically. I'll show you that. I was thinking this is the first experience. You drop in and everything's blank. But she had a much better idea to onboard the proper way, which these days I really like how journaling apps do it. Like I downloaded Jour or something like that, Jour journal, and every there's just a step that takes up the whole page with multiple questions that walk you through the onboarding process, and that is what we need to do here. So let me go grab the questions that she had suggested, bring that in here. So I don't know what the real first screen of Twig should be right now. It's kind of a little info bit, which is strange. It just says, hey, this is what Twig does, but that's pretty boring. What I do know is that one of the first questions that needs to be asked is, are you creating a journal or are you trying to join your partner? That's the real first question. So I'm going to start off with until they get to the questions, let's just try with the blank slate. I'm trying to actually use Sketch the right way, making symbols that are reusable. A lot of times I just get started and don't think about how to make the most of it. So the two options are creating or joining. And right now I think I phrased that as, let's just type it out. It'd be nice to have text we can see. Originally, when I first made it, I had one word buttons that said join or create, and that created a lot of confusion because no one really knew what that meant. So using full sentences is a lot better. I think this is a clear way to put it. Now I wonder if there's a good SF symbol for this, because I use SF symbols throughout all this, but an emoji might be more welcoming for this first question. Let's see that first. I'm starting a journal, so maybe, oops, maybe the journal. But what would join look like if you were to join hmm, nothing screams joining. Maybe knotted rope. That looks. No, I didn't mean to actually click that. Um, the original logo for Twig was a pretzel, but no one knows that. Hmm. These are the decisions I spend most of the time on. These small, just looking through every single emoji for something that screams I'm specifically not creating a journal. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, maybe the link. Using the link, or one thing that people have is someone shows up with a join code to join the journal. Maybe link. Maybe link is the right thing. Let's go with that for now. Oh. Just realized my trackpad is right next to the mic. That might be extremely loud, but we'll see later. So, link. There we go. Those little paper clips are interesting. I've never seen that. Why is that a... I'm trying to hover. What does it say? Linked paper clips. Just try this for now and just look at it later and see if it looks out of place. 36. That's a large emoji, but whatever. Oh. Oh my goodness. Grabbing the right layer is half of the fun in Sketch. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can I grab it now? Great. And then I think this is easier because we can use write or just use an actual journal. It's not as colorful as I expected. My actual point in using emojis. So 148 is the height. Okay. After I get other screens, I will revisit this because I could foresee adding some context with text above or below, and I want to explain what Twig is at some point. But for now, I just want to get to actually creating each page. And this will be if they choose starting a journal. So I wanted to use gradients and basically copy what Jor does, which was use gradients for the background to make it all pretty. But I was thinking doing that in groups. So let's say your name, profile pic, what's your partner's name. Well, like this would be one gradient, one section basically. And maybe your partner would be one section. Maybe this part can be, yeah, that's still a good idea. Let's do that. Let's replace with Twig. Cool. Oh look, I'm getting an error from YouTube. Oh cool, my internet is struggling. So, at this point, it's going to ask. Now, here's the interesting thing. Every piece of content for the rest of the app is on top of a card. Oh, not the title. We'll just see what it looks like, I guess. So if we were to just take out all this, put it outside here. And the first question is, what's your name? And the way a lot of apps do it is everything is completely centered on this. So we'll see how readability is with that in mind. And for that input there, probably just something simple. Just a line, really. It's bothering me that this is the color contrast is a little weird. Let's just add the line. Is there an actual line? Oh, L, okay. What if this was the accent color? Whoa. How crazy would that look? Hmm. You know, I don't know. That's why I'm doing this now and not while coding it. I have one screenshot from Jor. Let's go find that. So they have a dark gradient with white text. I wonder if that's because I'm in dark mode? No, they don't support dark mode in general, so that's the thought. Using, basically forcing the dark mode colors here. Let's replace that with... okay. Yeah. Can probably use the same colors, but the issue with this is... let's detach it. Because this isn't quite gonna work. The tops are darker because of the title, the header, on the normal screens of Twig. But that doesn't exist here. Let's roll with this and make this white. Oops. I think so long that this is over the darker part, it'd be just fine. Let's go grab a button. I don't have a symbol made for this yet, but it's fine. I'm not sure how to make symbols dynamic yet. Looks strange putting that over here. After they start typing is when this would pop up. Let's go find a next arrow. Lots of arrow options. I'm so thankful for SF symbols. It's just great to have this. So 14 and 14. And I guess this should also be the accent for light. Yeah, so far this intro page, onboarding process, is all backwards from what the rest of the app theme will work like. But in general, I think that's okay. Generally, that's how it is. They stand out so much from the rest. Does that look like Twig? No. it looks like a different app, but I think it might be more interesting than more fun probably than just blank. You're very likely to fill this in. Okay, that's fine. Great. Name done. Next is choose a profile pic. Already 30 minutes in, and I've got a simple gradient. Wow. Let's do profile pic. I've never seen a left aligned profile pic chooser, but maybe I'll be the first. I want to make these more fun. Might as well be fun if we're gonna redo the whole app. Period looks weird in here. Fun. Profile pic. This is fun, I guess. Does SF Symbols have a face? Some sort of face? These smiles are kind of creepy. Now, I don't think you can use... Right, you can't actually use that because that means Face ID. Maybe an emoji again would be fun. Be cool if it shuffled through a bunch of different emojis. Would be fun. The reason why I feel more welcome using emojis here is